It is auction night, and today's video I'm doing something that I've never done with you guys before. This is the first video to my Mecum auction series. I have to buy 5 cars for the Mecum auction within 30 days. I'm in Orlando, Florida at the very first dealer auction that I have ever been to. This is where it all started, buying $1,000 and $2,000 cars, and I'm back at the original auction that I started my car dealership with tonight. It's an auction night, it's Monday night. I just showed up here. We're gonna find some budget-friendly cars, but more importantly, I have to find some cool cars to bring to the Mecum auction like within a few weeks, and you're gonna come alongside with me inside a dealer-only auction to see what we can buy. I mean, I have a ton of money, but I don't want to spend too much, and the auction is my oyster, as if that is a term I can use. You guys are gonna walk the auction with me, see what the prices are, see what cars are here. Let's get going. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. So many moons ago, I decided to get my own dealer's license, get a start my own car dealership, and I started in my driveway right up the road from here in Orlando, Florida. Tonight, I'm at the Orlando Auto Auction where I started my dealership. I mean, this auction built my business. I was coming here buying inexpensive cars that needed windshields or that needed engine work or that needed paint. I'd bring them home to my house and work on them in my driveway, and then I'd sell them out of a storage unit that qualified me to get my dealer's license. And this auction I'm really excited to be at because it's very nostalgic for me. Yeah, they have cars that need work, but they also have some fairly cool cars. And today I'm looking for budget-friendly, like cool cars. Like under 10 grand maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be here. I'm gonna walk the whole lot with you guys. Without further ado, I'm already talking too much. Let's see what's here. Well, last year I attended the Mecum Auto Auction with my father, and I kind of went to like experiment, see what it's like. And this year I got 5 cars. I registered 5 numbers without actually having the cars. I decided to sell my Skyline at the auction. We also bought a Mustang GT, a 91 Fox body Mustang GT convertible that we're gonna, not a GT, LX, that we're gonna bring to the auction. So now I'm in Florida and I need to buy 3 more cool cars to bring to the Mecum auction, which is in 3 weeks from now. And instead of looking around in New Hampshire where it's cold and gray and everything's tucked away for the winter, I decided to fly down to Orlando, which is where the auction is. And I'm thinking if I can buy them here, it would save me on shipping. So like $1,200 a car, like that cuts into my profit times 3 times 5 cars. So I'm gonna ship the 2 down, try to buy 3 here this week, store them until the auction, which is 3 weeks from now. And there's a couple like decent cars here that might work for me. So right here we have a Mercedes SL convertible. This is perfect, like budget-friendly car. If it runs decently, the paint is fair, this could work at the Mecum auction. This one, that's too much of a project, so that's not gonna work. This is an Alfa Romeo, right? Is that an Alfa Romeo? It's gonna be tough looking at everything at night. I should have got here early, but I just got into town. Over there in the shadows, I see like what looks like an SL500 newer, like 97, 98, 99. But there's all kinds of cars. There's an S4 here. What is this right here? This is an S3. All right, an S3, that's not so much of a Mecum car. Well, I knew what I was getting into. I knew this is budget cars, like Accord. See, this is how I started my dealership, like Accords and minivans and Buick LaCrosse, Mazda 6s, regular daily drivers. So it's not really the place for me to buy cars from Mecum, but I was excited to see what was here and just be nostalgic for the night. I do kind of see a Mustang over here though. Let's check that out. Is this a GT? No, those are 6-cylinder wheels. No, this isn't something I'd want. It's so dark and I should have gotten here earlier. My flight just got in though. Let's see what year it is. 2018, 86,000 miles. I mean, there's nothing special about this car. Nah. We have an Audi TT in 04 with 105,000 miles. It's so dark, you can't even see. So imagine me trying to buy cars like this. Here, I can kind of tell that it's been repainted, but what you're seeing is what I'm seeing. It's so hard to look at this stuff in the dark. It's like near impossible to figure out what's worth looking at and not. Let's go into the auction. Maybe I can start looking at things in the auction block. I'm much better looking like 30 seconds through the auction block than I am looking in the dark.
Hey, Corazon's up, my good buddy Brian's up here. Hey guys, y'all gather around now. Phone call 227, how about the internet? All right, number 520. It's
a 2015 Audi A4. 86,000 miles for $5,800. That's very fair. I see a Mustang convertible up here, but that looks like a 6-cylinder. It usually says GT on the back. And the wrap on the windshield makes me think that the windows are. Manual transmission, leather.
21,600 now, 21,800.
All right, that Mustang is $600, 2,127 miles. That is tough to say no to. Those $400 cars still exist.
500, 600.
Jeez, if I lived around here, that would have been my moneymaker. That's the car I would have bought to buy and sell. $500 and they sold it. A 2000 Mustang convertible, 127,000 miles with leather, manual transmission, and window problems. But it drove through the auction block. That is an absolute score. Man, if I just lived closer. I love bringing back faded white paint. This car is a score. The leather is clean. Look at no rips in the leather. Manual transmission. It's a 6-cylinder. That was a score for $500. Hey, so I wanted to take a second to talk to you guys about these auctions. So these are dealer-only auctions that you are not allowed into unless you have a dealer's license. And one of the best things I have ever done, the best decision I've ever made in my life, was start my own car dealership. I actually did it in Orlando at this auction you're watching right now, and it started my entire career based on these inexpensive cars, and you can see there's some good cars there as well. If you ever want to learn how to do these things yourself, I've created a really, really step-by-step intricate course that not just teaches you how to get your dealer's license, but also how to start your own car dealership, how financing works, how floor plans work, how the auction itself works, how to find a rep, how to find your location. It is so intricate, and it is basically me like kickstarting everything for you and fast forwarding through all of my mistakes so you don't make them yourselves. There is so much value in it. And if you want to learn how to do these things yourself and get into auctions like this, you can go with a link in the description down below to www.startyourdealership.com. Let's get on with this video. Look at this behind me. This is something that should make Audi proud. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that I love and hate Audis. This looks like an A6. It's a 2014 with 253,000 miles. Is it a turbo diesel? Is that why? TDI? How did this car, A6, I don't think it's a TDI either, so it's probably a 2.0T with 253,000 miles. It does have a check engine light on, which is to be expected. I don't know that I've ever seen an Audi without a check engine light on. My mind is blown away that it has 250,000 miles and still running smoothly and quiet. All right, this could work. This is a 2015 turbo AMG Mercedes, 2015 with 82,000 miles. I bet this car is a really fun car. GLA 45, it's a turbo 4-cylinder from Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando. This is a car, I would sell that on my lot. Wow, let's check this out. All right, so I scanned the VIN. It's a 2015, 81,000 miles, 15 grand, between 12 and 15, 4 owners, no accidents. So let's check that car out, and also the 250,000 mile Audi's going through too. A6 is at $2,400, 3 grand. The Mercedes is at 15,000. There's not really much money for me to make and ship it home, and it's not really a Mecum car, so we'll stay away from the Mercedes. So last year I was talking to some of the auction reps at Mecum, and they said buy this stuff, like cars for the wives, because the guys go and they buy all the toys, and then their wives go and they're all kind of bummed out that they have to be there, so the husbands will oftentimes buy them a car like that, like a cool Mercedes convertible, completely spontaneous. So that might work. 2015, 80,000 miles, flat tire convertible. That's a Navy Federal credit union car. I mean, it's a repo. Worth roughly 6 grand. 9 grand, 8 grand, 6 grand would be a steal. 3 owners in an accident. Let's see if we can get that for 6 grand. I was way off. They're at 13 grand. Oh, they're at 10 grand now. Check out behind the auction block. So I used to buy crashed motorcycles here and fix them up as well. And it looks like they're still doing it. If you listen behind me, there's another car going for $900. So that's what this auction is about. And like I said, when I was here, no money. I started with a credit card loan. This is how I was buying cars. It was inexpensive, like running and driving cars. There's no inspection stickers, no inspection rules and guidelines in Florida. There's no lemon law. So you can buy cheap cars, fix them, clean them, and sell cheap cars. My camera died. And it worked really, really well for me. So everything I have today, every video, every car, every fun toy that I have started because I was buying cars here for pennies on the dollar and fixing them in my driveway. It's really cool to be here. And what's nice too, like if you look at this Buick Century, that's not a cool car. That's not a nice car. But that is a 1995 with 84,000 miles, and it's from Florida, so there's no rust on it. So it's a good, clean, reliable car with low miles that I could buy. I bet it's a $600 car. And then I'd turn around and sell it for $2,000 when I'm done with it. They're selling a 2012 Nissan Frontier right now with 151,000 miles for $2,700. That is cheap, and that Buick is going to next. Starting at 1,000, no bid, so it went down to $500. So like I said, a $500 car with 84,000 miles. Now it's at $600. $700 is the current bid. $800 is now the current bid. And it says low miles, 2 owners, and cold AC. So even the AC is cold in it. 3.1 liter V6, $800. Add an auction fee, so that buyer is under $400,000. Honestly, I love it. These are my people. I love this stuff more than I love going to classic car auctions. Maybe not as much, but I like it. An 07 335i, that's that German 2JZ. That's a, what is it, bi-turbo, twin turbo, twin power, turbo inline 6-cylinder, $3,200, 122,000 miles. And that was, I believe, a convertible, hardtop convertible. Am I right? $3,400. So if you watch my channel, you know a lot of Suburbans. But what I have to think about your trucks and SUVs, the majority of them are two-wheel drive. So I have to realize or look and check and remember to be cognizant that I could be buying a two-wheel drive car for no reason. They're useless up in New Hampshire. Jeez, a Pro, $1,000, unbelievable. $1,300 for a rust-free Suburban. There's no way with 100,000, 180,000 miles with those engines are amazing. $1,600, unbelievable. They have nice stuff too. There's a Mercedes convertible up there going through the block. Then there's an E350, a Porsche Macan, a 2017 Porsche Macan, and then a Jaguar F-Type. Is that an F-Type? I think the SUV. So it's not just all cheap cars. They have some nice stuff, but none of this is sellable at Beacom. So really, I'm not finding anything that I need here. That Porsche Macan is a 12 deal. It's like a $17,000 MMR. Manheim market. That's what they're going for. It's at $13,000. That is a steal. I didn't look at it enough. 2017, 32,000 miles. I don't need it. And then add shipping in New Hampshire. And that Jaguar's a 2017 with 102,000 miles for $5,000. That is crazy cheap. There were no bids, so they didn't sell it. Jeez, I should live here. This is crazy. I'm glad I live in the branch. I say that all the time. It's because of family. That's why we moved out of here. That's why we don't live here right now. All right, here we have a Maserati Ghibli. Did I say that right? You guys tell me. Ghibli? 2014, 101,000 miles. Check engine light on. No thank you. The Maserati just left. It went around the corner. It's at 10.3 right now. I don't know if that was a good deal or not. I don't want to mess with Maseratis with check engine lights on though. Now that's a moneymaker. That's a 2014 Corolla with 136,000 miles for $2,400. That is crazy. Those don't sell. It's a $6,500 car in New Hampshire. Still going. 28, so it'll hit $3,000. Finally, it's starting to pick up. $3,000 for a 2014 Corolla, 136,000 miles. Seems like a deal to me. Okay, good. They were too far off. They didn't sell it. They wanted $7,500. So my numbers are accurate. Now I'm going to explain a couple things about the auction. So dealer auctions, anything under 100,000 miles or under 10 years old from the manufacturer date is sold green light. I've said that before, but some people are new. So green light has like a warranty until 5 o'clock the next day. Red light is anything over 100,000 miles, over 10 years old, repossessions usually, or if they have an issue. So you're just completely gambling. Anything over 10 years, anything over 100,000 miles, red light. Too bad. Like, could be great, could be bad. You don't know. So a lot of these cars are sold red light, so you buy them just hoping. If you don't check them out early, you're hoping that you're getting a good car. And then as far as buyers and sellers go, it's not like highest bid wins. If it doesn't meet the seller's reserve, meaning if it doesn't meet their price, they don't have to sell it. So sometimes the cars will sit here, not sell, and they'll rerun it next week, or it'll go up on their online auction and sell on their online auction. So even though the car was $3,000, doesn't mean it's sold for $3,000. There is a number that these selling dealers have to get. They took them usually in trade-ins, like that was probably a Toyota dealer, took it in trade, and maybe they paid $6,000 or $7,000 for it in trade. They need their money back. They're not just going to sell it to the highest bidder. All right, this is my last ditch effort. 08 Audi TT, 78,000 miles. I have no idea if the top works. I didn't ask. I didn't check. I should have. This could work though. That's kind of a fun, inexpensive car for Mecum. This could do it. $3,000, 21. I'll bid on that. Yeah. I'm at 2,600. Yeah. I'm at 2,800. 316. I bid her at 2,800. Did not meet the seller's reserve. It's probably a good thing. It's cheap. That is flipping cheap for a convertible Audi with no check engine light, 78,000 miles. Let's go check it out. All right, I have the keys. It's probably better that I have it on an if. Let's check this out in the dark. See if the top works. It's clean inside. Auto. Do these automatically come in Quattro, or could this be front wheel drive? I know the generation before could only be front wheel drive, and I feel like this would say Quattro if it was. Let's see if it starts. It sounds healthy. Oh, there's a flashing light. That light was not flashing before. Do that. We'll do this. I don't want to bring a car with a convertible top problem. Geez, I wonder if I can get out of it. Shoot. Does the radio work? No radio. See, this is what happens when you don't... Wait a minute. All right, we have radio. Please top up washer fluid. Hey, the top button went out. Okay. So let's see. If I hold this, soft top cannot be used. I wonder why. Well, it's cheap. And there's money to be made in this car. Let's see if it goes into drive and reverse. Drive. Well, we saw it drive through. Does it have reverse? It has reverse. So the problem too, I don't know the seller. This wasn't like a new car dealer, it was a used car dealer. So it's probably here for a reason, which I don't know. And the check engine light was most likely cleared, and I didn't bring my scan tool because this was like flight straight to here. So it makes it a little tough. I hope I don't get it. All right, I think that's about it for now. I don't know. I don't even know if we're gonna, I'll probably won't end this video. So I'm gonna say goodbye right now, and then I'll end it with the next clip when we find out if I got that car and then what the heck I'm gonna do with it. So I'm leaving, and I'll eventually find out when we get it in the next video, the next segment.
The next day.
Well, it's the next day and I'm back in my hotel. So I ended up getting a call back from the auction today. The seller on that Audi TT wanted $4,800, and I think, what was I at? In the twos, right? I actually don't remember. So they counter offered, and I can cancel the sale right from there. If the top worked, I would have said yes, I'll take it. The top didn't work, and I don't know, it's too much of a gamble, so I just canceled it. So now tomorrow, or which is actually today, I'm going to the auction to try to find 3 cars. So in the next video, we're gonna try to find 3 cars under $15,000 at the biggest auction in all of Florida. And if you guys wanna come with me, you can hit the bell down below to get notifications when our next video comes out, and obviously subscribe if you like our content. And then as a favor to me, if you hit the thumbs up button, it doesn't cost you anything, and it's a favor to help boost our videos and help grow our channel. So if you could hit the thumbs up, the bell, and the subscribe, all 3 things are great for both of us. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later in the next auction video. Adios.